Hey,
Hey,
what is happening? Welcome
how are you,
everybody
mate?
to another week, Wolfe Pack, and
It
this is
is,
going to be a really fun one. Looking forward to this one for a long time.
it is, mate. This is a great week. We've got the one and only Kernaghan on tonight. Welcome everybody. It's another Friday week. It's been a bit of a tough week around Australia. COVID's going crazy again, so we're here to let's relax. Let's have some fun. Please leave a comment. Let us know where you're tuning from all around Australia and beyond. Hashtag Wolfpack Live, of course. Nick, good week, mate. How are you? Good?
Mate, pretty good week, yeah. No, I'm very good. Not too much is happening. Probably the biggest event in my week was the Big Brother finale.
Oh, yeah. I did.
Pretty avid tuning into that series this time, and I was favouring Dan Gorringe, ex Carlton player, to take the title. Wasn't successful. Chad took it out, but bit of fun.
So very exciting stuff.
Did you get any Big Brother, mate, or not?
No, I did. We tried a couple episodes, but it just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't quite cling to it this year. So anyway, we'll try again. But,
Well, it's no Tiger King, but
it
was
is.
all
Well,
right.
look, mate. It's such a big show. I've pulled the Tiger King shirt out of retirement tonight. So
I see that, and I appreciate
mate,
it.
doing Dry July. I've been doing Dry July.
Yeah, it looks pretty
breaking-
dry there.
I'm breaking Dry July tonight because Kernaghan's on. So I want to have my first drink with everybody here tonight. So happy Friday
go.
night. Cheers, folks.
Well, mate, we've got a big one, so I reckon we crack into it. I'm going to kick it off with a song tonight, and
Thank you, mate.
I think it's a pretty good one to get us going. For all our damn good mates out there. We're driving back home down Route 56. You almost hit a root and you end up in a ditch. You can't pull forward and you can't back out. You're sitting there thinking what you're gonna do now. You'd be a little nervous if a cop showed up. You drank a little, maybe just a little too much. Waiting on a tow truck takes too long. It's 2 in the morning. Who you gonna call? Mates, damn good mates. Half an hour later they're pulling you out. You know the ones I'm talking about. Mates, damn good mates. You can count them all on one of your hands. Got 100 friends and a couple of damn good mates. So you're all shooting pool on a Saturday night. This little brunette keeps giving you the ice. Buy her a drink and before too long you're out on the floor in the middle of a song. About that time her ex shows up, staring you down, getting on board up. He's a big old jacked up SOB, but that's alright, he's about to meet your mates. Damn good mates. A few seconds later he's starting to see it ain't a one-on-one, it's a one-on-three. Mates, damn good mates. You can count them all on one of your hands. Got 100 friends and a couple of damn good mates. But they're even when you don't see him as much, 'cause he moved away or you fell in love. But the wearing it sucks when you're saying your vows. If you crash and burn, you can crash on the couch. Mates, damn good mates. They love you like a brother, there ain't no doubt. You know the ones I'm talking about. Mates, damn good mates. You can count them all on one of your hands. Got 100 friends and a couple of the damn good mates. Whoa, damn good mates. Yeah. Thank you, Tommy.
Very cool.
This
mate.
is going to be
Look
a
at
fun
that.
one, mate.
Mate, there's people tuning
Everyone's
all over.
tuning in.
People from
know.
the Philippines are watching tonight. This is
wow.
very, very
That's
cool.
cool.
Very, very cool.
Hello,
Mate,
you guys.
I don't even know where to start. So many comments coming in there. So many people tuning in.
I reckon this is a pretty good place to start right here.
Okay, sure.
Till the sun comes round again. We ain't going nowhere. We're just hanging in the first lost belief. That's the way it's gonna be. And I'm not sure we'll be back again. So we'll just be right here till the end. Till the end. Till the end. Till the end.
Wow.
Doesn't that make you happy?
If that doesn't make you want to miss gigs, I don't know what does. Look, I think we just get him on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to welcome our damn good mate. Years of touring together, years of making music together. May the internet gods be with us. The one and only Lee Kernaghan should be joining us live.
Hey, boys.
Hey!
How are you?
How are you, mate?
Well, it's great. And, big g'day to you guys, of course, and to all the Wolfe Packers out there around Australia, around the world. So somebody just was doing a bit of a g'day from China. So,
I saw that, yeah. From New York. Yeah. How are you, mate? How you been keeping?
Good, boys. Good. Yeah. This COVID thing's been just unbelievable, hasn't it? In the way it's changed our lives. And to our mates down there in Victoria, we're thinking of you right now in New South Wales, parts of New South Wales. So anyway, I'm up here in Queensland. There's a saying in Queensland that the cream rises to the top.
Not too bad down the apple hole here either, mate. We've all done pretty well. It's yeah. So
well, I'm jealous of that beer that Tommy's got in his hand, that Cascade Blue.
It's
not a bad
good.
drop.
It's pretty damn
Not a
good.
bad drop at all.
You got a fireball there? You got a fireball there, Lee?
I do, mate. Yeah,
We should have
I
one.
got a bottle of Fireball, and I'm going to stay with you boys until it ends. Okay.
Right.
Till it ends, mate.
Cheers, eh? Cheers to everybody. Cheers, Lee.
Boys, cheers, everyone. Yeah.
We've got some exclusives here. People have wondered, you've been a little bit quieter than usual online and in the public. Mate, what's been going on? How you been keeping? What's happening?
Well, I've watched every single season of Peaky Blinders. I love that.
Nice.
And then I'm on to Schitt's Creek at the moment.
Oh yeah,
Good,
yeah.
isn't it? That's good. That's a really good one.
Yeah, loving that. In between all of that, there's a bit of book reading. I read a good book called The Dog Stars.
Okay.
Really good one. Yeah, I think Peter Heller. And there's another one called Where the Crawdads Sing. That's
Cool.
It's a bit of reading and been working on a couple of big projects. Can't really say too much about what they are yet because isn't it just so boring when people say they're going to do this and they're going to do that and then that ends up not happening. So, but then
That's exciting, though. That's exciting.
But I tell you what was more exciting: the night I broke my rib.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we go.
Yeah,
Tell us more.
Yeah, about 8 weeks ago, middle of the night, there's a bang and there's the plumbing blew in the kitchen.
Oh, no.
This geyser of water just sort of spraying out everywhere. And so I've come running in to the situation at 2 a.m. in the morning and, I'm still half asleep. And I've hit the tiles at about 22.5 kilometres per hour. And I've gone up in the air, Tommy, like Eddie Betts in Ford Pocket, And anyway, when I've come down, it's gone bang and broke the rib and tore a cartilage. And so, that's why I've been a bit quiet.
Right, okay.
That is full tilt. That actually reminds me a little bit of the incident at backstage at Swan Hill with Tom when he had that little fall there.
Okay. Let me explain this.
Came away fairly unscathed on that one, though.
I was wearing was wearing my cowboy boots, and the rubber had come off. There's two little heels. The rubber had come off one of the heels mid-show, so I was standing like on an angle. So I ripped the rubber off the other heel, and then we were standing backstage, and we were having a few drinks, and I went completely ass up. But can I just say though, Lee, you were the only one that actually rushed to help me. Lee's like, come over, like, you're right, mate. Nick and our mate Dave, from Mr. Wolfe Watches, the two of them, they just stood there looking at me going like, you're not bad.
I mean, it was violent and brutal, but it was very, very funny. Like, it was a next level fail. It was huge.
Yeah, no, it must have been so embarrassing, mate.
It was.
I was feeling for you.
So, mate, you're healing well though now?
Yeah. I just started back at the gym, so
cool.
That's good.
And I've been watching, you blokes training pretty hard. And were you out on a hike yesterday, Nick? You wearing the weight? You wearing the belt?
Yeah, me and the boys from CrossFit Agema, who you know when you came down, Nathan and Langers and Ollie and Vince and all those guys. We've been we're doing just like not really running, but just weighted walks, and I think there's something to it, So we've been building up and trying to do different hills and things like that. And people think you're a bit of a wanker walking around in a flak vest, but you got to do what you got to do, don't you? So.
Well, I got mine. I love it.
Boys, all you got to do now is just put a mask on and you'll be fine. Like you'll just look like security guards or something. Mate,
so loving that, yeah.
Mate, we've done many years of gigs together. The footage we just watched before was of us at the Denny Ute Muster. A little bit of snippet from Till It Ends. That is actually at the Groundwater Country Music Festival, and that is actually meant to be happening this weekend, which is obviously not happening this year. Which I don't know about you boys, is pretty damn sad when you look at that.
Yeah.
That was only just a year ago, and
it's a ripper.
No mullet. That is a great photo, isn't it?
This is a far earlier night. This is backstage. Yeah. I believe the first night of the Dwight tour. Way back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Marcus Meyer while he was still in the band. When we first joined.
Let's talk about that. So
with you,
let's talk about how we got together and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah. So we started, obviously, Australia's Got Talent, as people know. And then we went into, we got a phone call from you, and it was saying, come up to Sydney and audition to be my band. And we went into this little, well, do you want to tell it? We went into this little rehearsal studio in Sydney, and we were absolutely, excuse the language, we were shitting ourselves.
I remember it well.
I
remember it well.
Played some songs.
Yeah, well, I remember that night watching you guys on national TV. I think it was in one of the finals that you did, and I've never seen a band like it on Australian television before. And you've heard me say the Wolfe Brothers are kind of like Australian country music's version of the Beatles. That's what it was. Just like
be cool.
It blew the roof off my place here at home, and I was wondering what you were doing, what you were planning in terms of touring and all of that. And Whitey, our mutual manager, Steve White, got onto you boys, and I think you'd been talking to him prior. And we had that jam. It was going to be like a jam session in Sydney, and I remember to this second the feeling I got when we played. I think it was Gun to Windy Moon, and I thought, man, this is. It's not only like the record; it's better than the record, and it's pretty well. I just knew like you guys had the job within about 45 seconds of us playing.
It was amazing. It was honestly amazing. I can remember we finished the song and you looked around the room and you were like, well, fellas, you got the job. And we were just like, we went back to the hotel that night and none of us slept. Like we ended up like at 4 a.m. All four of us are up walking around the hotel going like,
it was like a family room, with 4 beds. And we're all laying in the beds and we're like, you awake? Yeah. That was awesome, wasn't it? Yeah. It was pretty cool, mate.
Epic. And then our very first show, can you believe it? Of all first shows, like there's no chance to warm up. The first one was the Denny Ute Muster. And it
Yes.
was a baptism of fire, 20,000, legends out there. And we hit the stage, and, well, it was the first time that I'd, played with a band other than my touring band since it all began back in the 90s, so it was a big event.
It was a baptism of fire, mate, but it's been an incredible journey. We've done many miles around the country together, many tours. I think this is us here I'm pretty sure this is the Marble Bar Hotel. You're drinking an Emu export, so it must be in WA somewhere. As you can see, if you look at me, the years on the road have been really hard. Nick's running an incredible Shannon Knoll Flavour Saver. Oh, that was good.
Wow, I was running a Flavour Saver.
Wow. Yeah, that was
Pink
a great
jacket.
night. That was, of course, the CMC Awards, I believe, 2017. And Lee, was that the night you were inducted to the Hall of Fame, the Country Music Channel Hall of Fame, I believe?
I think it was, mate. I think it was, yeah.
And now, tell me something.
Yeah.
CMC's gone. I believe you would have been the last inductee to the Country Music Channel Hall of Fame. Would that be? I think that would be a correct statement.
Probably, yeah. I tell you what, I'm honoured, to be in that Hall of Fame. And we were only just talking about it, Robbie and I, the other night, about James Blundell and how he just made such a great speech, and what a legend he is. So, and then to be there with you boys, but when I think back on, the last 7 years touring together, so we kicked off. Was it 2013, the Beautiful Noise tour?
2013 was Beautiful Noise, and the Dwight Yoakam tour was the end of 2012. We did a few shows in 2012.
Okay, so it was 2012 when we kicked off. Yeah, so probably 8 years of touring, and they have been the best times of my musical life. I haven't enjoyed playing music as much in my life as I have in the last 8 years touring with you boys.
We've loved every single minute of it, mate. It's been bloody so much fun.
Okay, in saying that, 8 years of touring, and look at that. Not just an incredible group of people, but an incredible crew there. Look, you can see Hendo. Hendo's got the bottle of Fireball, so does Maddie. Norv, of course. As you know, there's so many people that put it together, and we're very lucky to do what we do, and we're very grateful to all of them boys. And actually, LK
Lorraine never gets in the shots because Lorraine's always out doing merch. But hi to Lorraine. I know she'll be watching tonight.
Of course she is. Hi, Road Mum. Lots of love. But so much love to all of those guys. They're absolutely incredible.
And Uncle Rocker's in there too. My son, Uncle Rocker in the middle at the front. Yeah, he's the king of tinny bashing.
Yeah. Mate, I've been following Tinny Bashing on TikTok, and they're pushing the threshold. It's good.
They've tried to ban him several times.
I
don't doubt that at all. It's next level.
Okay, now what a lot of people won't know, LK, is the three of us in particular. I think we do have a lot of good backstage hangs, but I think the three of us have really bonded backstage. Post show, end of the run. Few drinks, and we start listening to the old school type of country. I'm talking George Jones, David Allan Coe.
Yeah.
What's your go-to? We know your story. Before Boys from the Bush, you were out gigging every weekend doing piano bars and singing like Cow to the County. What do you love to listen to with that sort of stuff?
Well, this. I'll give you 10 seconds of what I was listening to. Well, what I cut my musical teeth on. Okay. This is later. You hear that?
We hear it.
Yes.
That's a bit of Hank Williams Jr.
So that is the LK I love. I love some of my favourite memories are backstage, and we've sat there till 3 a.m. and we've listened to Hank Williams Jr. George Jones, of course, David Allen Coe. David Allen Coe, She Used to Love Me a Lot. That is one you put me onto, which is still just one of my favourites. Obviously, you love country music. What do you think about, country music's had so many changes, from all the way from what Slim's done to where you started to where you are now. What do you think of country music in 2020? Do you think there's some good stuff coming out?
Oh yeah, I just love it. It's kind of constantly evolving,
Yeah.
And but at its heart, it's stories about us, our people, our way of life. It's real. It's real. And my two boys are like Jet. He's into like rap music, but there's parallels between rap and country music because it's authentic stories about people's lives and emotions and stuff like that. And I think that's why I've always been drawn into country, because it's just that connection.
Yeah, mate. Have you been writing much songs? I mean, obviously, I'd say this because the three of us did get together at the start of lockdown, and of course, write one together. But have you been sort of writing much lately over the last few months, or not really?
Just tinkering around a bit. But the last 8 weeks, like I pretty well haven't sung. I haven't sang a song in 8 weeks. So I haven't been writing in the last couple of months now.
Is tonight the night, or? Mate, I love that. I just saw a great comment come up. You played Hank Williams Jr. obviously before, but you wrote a song on your first album, The Outback Club. You're the reason I never saw Hank Jr. play. That's a true story, right? You were went to see Hank Jr. live, and you didn't get there.
Yeah, I was about 22 years old, and my dream was to go to Nashville and see Hank Williams Jr. live. He was like my hero in country, and I took a slab, 24 cans of Victoria bitter beer, all the way from Albury, New South Wales to Nashville.
That's epic.
Hank, because what could I give Hank? That he can't buy in America, and I got backstage, and I think his band drank the BB, and I ended up meeting this girl from Alabama in the 42nd row, and I got sidetracked missed out on a big part of the show, and she was the reason I never saw Hank Jr. play. It was bloody good.
What a mission.
I'm just so impressed you flew a slab of Victoria bitter from Albury all the way to Nashville. That is incredible.
Yeah, I put it in a suitcase. And then when I came back, I had a couple of suitcases full of albums, all the vinyl. It was just loaded with albums. And in the other suitcase, it was loaded with bourbon whiskey. Like, yeah, you couldn't get like George Dickel. Like Merle Haggard was promoting George Dickel, and the slogan back then was "Teardrops are for crying, George Dickel's for drinking," and that was Haggard. So I had that and Rebel Yell. And when I know why they call it Rebel Yell, because when you drink it, you go me and my cousins and my best mates, I was living at 494 McDonald Road in Albury. Had a little unit there. We had a record player, and we just stay up all night drinking. What was
going through the suitcase
music? Yeah, that's why I look the way I look these days.
That's fine. That's fine, mate. I got to ask. Like, you've travelled all of Australia so many times. You've written so many songs about parts of Australia and different people in Australia. Is there like a place I know Queensland's home for you now, but is there a place in Australia that you just love to get back to the most? Like, is there somewhere you just, whether it be look forward on touring or whether it going out camping or whatever it may be?
You know where I really want to go back, Tommy and Nick? I'd love to go back, hopefully maybe one last time with you boys, and I hope Casey will join us, and Brody and those legends and our crew and that. But I would love to play in Texas, Queensland, in the main street.
Yeah, that'd be cool,
After
wouldn't it?
COVID, we'll do it outdoors. But
That
I'd love
would be,
to
that
be
would
able
be
to.
epic, wouldn't it?
That's on my wish list. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done it once before, is that correct?
Well, I haven't played in Texas except a few songs at the pub. Just
Okay, right.
Yeah, but be really cool to go back there because it was on one of those songwriting trips. I think it was the Electric Rodeo songwriting trip that took a bit of a detour out to Texas, and I drove up the main street, came back down, went into the Royal Hotel, and knew there had to be a song about it. And then our good mate Troy Hoffmeyer, he loved the song so much he went and bought Ford's General Store.
Yeah. Wow.
That's such commitment. That is such commitment. And he's still there now. He still has the store out there now.
I think Hoffy's still got the store. I hope he does. Yeah, and he's apparently like a museum out there to country music. So I think quite a bit of your stuff's hanging up out there as well. Yeah,
I think we all need to make it a mission. When this lockdown's over, we need to get out to Texas. QLD 48385.
Yeah.
I've got to say that's probably one of the highlights in the set list night after night, playing that one.
Oh, I love it, mate. Yeah, it's great when you can sing songs about towns that that you've been to and been through, and they kind of imprint themselves into your being. But then when you get to sing about them for years to come, it's that connection thing that goes on and on.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, mate.
Drink going good?
My drink's going good. What's your drink of choice these days, mate?
Well, I drink, as you know, I drink most things. Like before a show, it has to be a Fireball.
Yes.
I'm just sitting over here. Oh, this is my little piano.
Ooh,
this is I've been to this room. This is a very special corner, isn't it?
This corner here, right here, it's kind of like, call it like the vortex or something, because there's been some pretty good music come out of this place. So many. Flying with the King is one that comes to mind, the music right here, and then a lot of the songs from the Spirit of the Anzacs album. Of course, over here, Backroad Nation. Nick, you remember doing all
we spent a lot of time in that little nook there, didn't we? It was good.
And bloody amazing, some incredible solos. Record played by you and instrumentation. But boys, how we're talking about old country songs?
Yes.
I'm going to throw one at you tonight. I'll just do like a verse and a chorus.
Sure.
This is one that we haven't done. I haven't done this. I don't think I've ever sung it before.
All right.
But it's a pretty good song. George Jones.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully this will sound all right. I can hardly bear the sight of lipstick on the cigarettes there in the ashtray. Lying cold the way you left them, with a leash your lips caress them while you packed. Or the lip print on a half-filled cup of coffee you poured and didn't drink. Well, at least you thought you wanted it. That's so much more than I can say for me. It's been a good year for the roses. Many blooms still linger there. The lawn could stand another mowing. It's funny, I don't even care. As you turn and walk away, as the door behind you closes, the only thing I've got to say, it's been a good year for the roses. The only thing I've got to say, It's been a good year for the roses.
Oh, very nice, mate.
Mate, that was so good.
A little bit of old
That is-
school country there.
It's good.
You
It
can
felt-
tell like
felt
what
right.
it did, and what I love is when you sing that stuff, you can just tell how much you love that. Like you can hear your love for it. You know, it's very very cool.
You just cut your teeth on that stuff, and it goes into your musical DNA. And when you're writing, like these days, and for all my career, I love writing songs about my country, about Australia and us.
Yeah.
But deep in the DNA is all that music that I grew up listening to when I was, playing records as a 16, 17-year-old kid back in the Riverine, all that hardcore country music that just ignited me into this world that, we live and work and play in.
Mate,
I think that's some of my favourite memories of the tours have been those little jams, in those green rooms backstage to have a piano, and then we'll, a few fireballs, and then you'll just crack the old fingers and then launch into a George Jones. Or it's just so cool, mate. And I really enjoyed that night. I guess it was Albury, where you we took us a little tour around kind of memory lane of some of the old gigs and stuff that you used to do back in the day, and some of the load-ins. That was so special, mate. It was so cool.
Yeah. We went to the commercial club in Albury, and I showed you boys the load-in, the back stairs. And I used to
pretty
have
much a cliff with stairs.
I used to have to take the Yamaha electric grand piano up there in 2 road cases. Me and my cousin Steve, and we'd cake him up there, and that's where I used to sing a few songs at lunchtime and call bingo.
wow.
That is awesome. That is one thing we've never had the pleasure of doing yet, bingo calling. But we'll never write it off. But
well, if there's any year it's going to happen, it's going to be 2020.
Maybe we could do an online bingo night. Wolfe Pack Weekly bingo night. That'd be good.
Mate, so many albums, of all of the albums you've made, I'm sure they all have a place in your heart. Is there one that sort of stands out for you? Like, I mean, I know for us, I can kind of look at the 4 albums we've released and say Country Heart's probably been the most special to us so far. Yeah. Is there one to you that's sort of means the most or sort of sticks in your heart the most?
Well, it's hard, because they're like your kids, and you can't say, oh, that's my favourite kid, you just love them. But like the Outback Club was the one that really launched everything, of course, and then 3 Chain Road had She's My Youth and the Outback Club. But Hat Town is one of my most musical, fulfilling albums that I made. And singing the Gundawindi Moon with Trisha Yearwood and all of that.
Yeah.
Planet Country was another one of my personal favourites. And of course, when we got recording together on Beautiful Noise and Back Road Nation, it was great. But I know that the Spirit of the Anzacs is definitely the epic album of my career. There will never be anything like that. It
is a masterpiece, mate. We've always said that. It's just unbelievable job by everybody involved in that album. Amazing.
Exactly, mate. And the songwriting from Garth Porter and Colby Cannon and all the vets, the diggers that were involved in it, the families and all that. It's just, I was just so proud to be just a small little cog in that wheel.
It was amazing. That whole tour was amazing. I mean, I'm sure you'll agree that we met so many incredible veterans and people, in that world through that tour, and we keep in touch with today. It's just very, very special.
And what's really interesting, because of the Spirit of the Anzac tour, is where our song "Hey Brother" was born. It was meeting guys in guys like Paul Warren in Townsville. It was meeting those men and women. Is where that song come from. So thank you for letting us be a part of that incredible tour.
That was magnificent, boys, and it changes your perspective on life, doesn't it? When you meet,
it does, yeah.
Meet those boys and those ladies and the women that have gone out and put their lives on the line for us. And
100%.
And even now, when you think about this COVID thing, the nurses and the health workers and all of those people that are there, you know, they're leaving their homes and their families and they're putting themselves on the front line. They're like, it's just like what the diggers, you know, have done for us, you know, the way they've served. It's just like the fireys, you know, facing those flames and saving lives and property and SDS and emergency services. Now, these are the people who are the real heroes of our country. And we're lucky because we get to sing about them.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, brother.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. Nail on the head, LK. Nail on the head, mate. Hey, mate, did you know there's been a coronavirus parody of Till It Ends written?
Really? No.
Yeah. Did you?
It's pretty good, actually.
Okay, I'm going to just do a really little bit because I think you would really enjoy this, okay? This is the second verse, okay? We got sent this from Ash Weeks, who sent this through. Big fan of yourself and us, and great people, great family. And she sent me these lyrics. I thought we need to show you this tonight. You like this? Did you watch Tiger King?
Bits of it.
Okay. Well, this will make sense. Okay.
Not everyone enjoys it as much as you and I, Tom. Yeah.
Well, you know, we got low, we got high, we got drunk, and we watched tigers. Then we turned around and we did it all again. Yeah, we won't give up. We don't eat bats. The gyms are closed and we're getting fat. All the pubs in closure. All because of Corona. Till it ends. Till it ends. So anyway, that is fantastic. We're gonna have to record a parody or something of that because that's really, really good.
That's a beauty, mate. Well done. Hey, I heard another good one too, by Kevin Bloody Wilson, and a whole bunch of other people. Have you heard that one?
No,
I haven't heard that one yet.
Hey, that at home.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's what everyone needs to do right now.
Excellent,
Excellent, mate. Well, look, okay.
Ash, great work on that. That's a bloody great lyric writing there.
I love the we won't give up, we won't eat bats. I thought that was a pretty good line. LK, we'll let you go, mate. But just seriously, thank you so much for doing this tonight. Thanks for singing that incredible song before. Man, that is so good to hear you sing that stuff. I love that. And just thanks for the support over the years, mate. And may COVID-19 be ended soon. May we get together, do many more gigs, many more fireballs, many more backstage drunken George Jones listening sessions to come, mate. So thank you. Thanks, LK.
Better
Thanks
take it out with the fireball, boys.
Yeah, let's take it out with the fireball, hey? Okay. Any final words? Any
well,
final
just want
words,
to
LK?
wish everyone health, happiness, prosperity, all good things. We love you.
Love you.
Yep.
Feels good, mate.
Now.
Hey, LK, thanks again, mate. Thanks so much for taking your time out to do this. And we're gonna let you go. Then we're gonna jump off. We're gonna jam a few of your songs, mate. So we're gonna have some fun.
Cool, boys. I'll be looking forward to watching it.
Take care,
Thanks,
mate.
LK. See you, mate. See you soon. See you, mate.
Bye.
See you, mate. Love you, mate. Bye. Well,
That was
that
great.
was cool. How good was that? You know, people don't realise how good of a piano player Lee is. Like, he can
He's
really
awesome.
play, you know. Mate, I better do an LK song. What do you think?
All right, what do you got for us?
Well, put the call out on the Wolfe Brothers fan page. It's a little Wolfe Brothers fan page. And I put the call out. It was either 3 Chain Road or She's My Ute. And I think She's My Ute got over the line. So... Kicking pasta dealers on the edge of town. I saw a lot of pretty pickups, not a ute to be found. Twin Pampers, box of bloke of D-nuts. Give me a 6 or an 8, 4-wheel mate. Dance in the dust in the grasshopper gas. Got holes in the muffler and the gearbox clung. I cursed her and called her a piece of old junk. When the work's been done at the end of the day, she's my ute, I'm here to stay. She's my ute and she's here to stay. Well, you can see them blowheads in their 4x4s, jumping up and down on a scratch on the door. Yeah, well, I got a yawn for every dent. Yeah, a big red roof, big or two, holding the roof. The car shot through. We got hose in the muffler and a gearbox clunk. I cursed her and called her a piece of old junk. When the work's been done, the end of the day, she's my youth, keep it that way. She's my youth and she's here to stay. Ho, ho, ho! Take it away, Brody. Alright, this is the verse about all the girls. This is my wife. Well, I had a girl, she laid down the law. She said you can't keep that dirty old ute anymore. Well, there comes a point where a man's gotta choose. So I told her straight, stick with my mate, she been gone a year. You get stale here. She got holes in the muffler and a gearbox clunk. I hearsed her and called her a piece of old junk. When the work's been done at the end of the day, yeah, she got holes in the muffler and the gearbox clunk. I cursed her and called her a piece of old junk. When the work's been done, the end of the day. She's my youth, she's here to stay. She's my youth and she's here to stay. She's my youth. Ho! Ooh, she's my youth. Hey!
You!
Nice.
Oh,
great
brings
song,
back
isn't
the
it?
gig memories, mate. Just want to be out gigging. So sick
I've got to
of
say,
being home.
oh no,
I'm not
mate,
actually. I'm actually really loving being home, but I'm definitely missing gigs for sure.
I got to say, talking to Lee and talking about the great memories and not just that, also looking at like the footage of Till It Ends from Denny, kind of made me a little bit sad that we're not out gigging right now. So but
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
the time will come. The time will come.
absolutely, mate. Yeah, mate. You've got something to show us here. Obviously, was it last week or the week before? Charlie Daniels unfortunately passed away. The legend.
Yeah, he did, and I wanted to do a tribute, and I didn't post or say anything. Our cousin Emily, as you know, is an incredible fiddle player. So due to COVID and just sort of being locked down and being able to see each other, well, we finally got together, and I sent her a text. I said, "Can you play Devil Went Down to Georgia?" And she was like, asking a fiddle player, "Can they play Devil Went Down to Georgia?" is like asking a guy in a bar to play Wonderwall. So anyway, we got together and we did a little video, which I think you got ready to roll now.
I do, mate.
G'day, folks. We've been meaning to do this a little bit earlier, but due to COVID, we haven't been able to get together. It's my cousin Emily. We recently lost the great Charlie Daniels. We're in the shed. We're on the farm. We're going to attempt this. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The devil bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beat. And he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. Johnny said, "Hey devil, you just come back and want to try again. Cause I told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best there's ever been." They play round and down, run boy run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. Shooting in the bread pan, singing that dog. Brand new dog by no child, no. Oh, oh. Charlie Daniels, thank you.
That was
was fun. That was really fun.
What a ripper of a song. And it's got many other
incredible.
rippers. That's a
Incredible
particularly
song.
good one.
Well, look, I mean, that's the type of song everyone knows. You know, no matter where you go, everyone knows Dell Went Down to Georgia. And I think to have that song in your career is just an amazing achievement. And I mean, he lived to 84, I think. So rest in peace, Charlie Daniels. Good innings. Thanks for the music, mate. Incredible. Incredible legacy left behind.
100%.
Mate, what do you got for us?
Mate, I'm going to do one that was born in that special corner that Lee showed us just before.
Okay.
So this is... I was lucky enough to be involved as a writer on this one. But it all happened in that room where Lee was before. I'll just play it. This is where I want to be. It's been a long road down a dirt track, a lost highway into a neon city, down a red-eye flight from LA Casino. Well, I walk the streets of London town, seeing the Paris lights when the sun goes down, and every step has led me closer to where I wanna be. All I wanna do is ride this road with you, wherever you are, no matter how far, anywhere it leads. Well, you might be on some old back road, or far across the sea. Baby, where you are is where I wanna be. I went my own way, did my own thing, sung my own songs, with the windows down along the freeway, on the fast lane to the coast. With my feet in the sand in a big wide boot, I felt the waves just roll on through, some water in my eyes so I could see where I wanna be, and all I wanna do is ride this road with you, wherever you are, no matter how far, anywhere it leads. Well, you might be on some old back road, or far across the sea. Baby, where you are, where I wanna be. Baby, where you are, is where I wanna be. Wherever your heart beats, I call home. I'm under the same stars, never alone. And every step has led us closer to where I wanna be, and all I wanna do is ride this road with you, wherever you are, no matter how far, anywhere it leads, anywhere it leads. Well, you might be on some old back road, or far across the sea. Baby, where you are is where I wanna be. Baby, where you are is where I wanna be. Tony?
It's a great song. Hey, you sound great. Like, obviously, LK and Robbie did that together, but you sound great singing that.
Oh, well, try my best, mate. Do what I can. No, that was really, really special to be involved in writing that one. As I say, it happened one night. I was up there at Lee's place helping Lee with some demos, and he said, look, we started this song Where I Want to Be. I'd love to, get any of your ideas and see what we can come up with it. And Robbie was there as well, and we all wrote everything. It's so cool. Like, Robbie was writing her verse. Like, it's all really genuine stuff. It was, it's a great song to be involved with.
Well, it's a great song, mate, and you can see by the comments coming in. It's a great song, and actually I really enjoyed, we've played it a lot live, and stuff, but I enjoyed hearing it like that. That was really cool.
Oh,
hey,
thanks, mate.
Are you not in a rush to go? Because
Matt,
I reckon
no,
I
not at all.
wasn't going to do 3 Chain Road, but you know what? Lots of people watching tonight. Everyone's been really good. Everyone's saying this is a great show, so it's Kernaghan night. I'll just do it, I'll just do 3 Chain Road. What do you reckon?
It's your show.
It's my show.
Our show.
Billy was a drover. He lived out on the 3-chain road. Fell in love with Mary, and the marriage she made his shack a home. Drove a mob to Queensland, and it hurt to have to leave her on her own. But she promised she'd be waiting when he bought the cattle home. There's a lonesome wind blowing down the 3-chain road tonight. They're sending out a warning as it blows. Billy, don't go riding down the 3-chain road tonight. The wind was crying, Billy, please don't go. Billy came home early, wasn't due for many days. Walked into the cabin, found his Mary, a stranger's arms she laid. Blindness of his anger, the fatal shots rang out from Billy's gun. And in that smoky silence, well, he wept for what he'd done. There's a lonesome wind blowing down the 3-chain road tonight. It's sending out a warning as it blows. Billy, don't go riding down the 3-chain road tonight. The wind's crying, Billy, please don't go. Billy walked out slowly. He knew what must be done. Somewhere in the darkness, a shot rang out. Billy's time has come. And they say his spirit's out there. You can feel it every time the cold wind blows. And it's a warning off to strangers who come by the 3-chain road. There's a lonesome wind blowing down the 3-chain road tonight. It's sending out a warning as it blows. Yeah, Billy, don't go riding down the 3-chain road tonight. There's a lonesome wind blowing down the 3-chain road tonight. It's sending out a warning as it blows. Billy, don't go riding down the 3-chain road tonight. The wind was crying, Billy, please don't go. That's a great song. I love that song. That is
Very nice, mate.
You know what? We need to write a song with that sort of like that story. That was a bit of a 90s country thing. These kind of love stories gone wrong, or not so much personal, but about someone else. I want to write that.
You don't,
like
yeah,
that.
you don't hear a lot of songs in this day and age from the I guess the third person perspective.
Yeah, it's all kind of about what I feel for.
Like Billy was a drover. It's everything is me. I did this. She did.
And even
you don't hear like songs like Jack and Diane, little ditty about Jack and Diane. It's all about I did this, he did that. Yeah.
And even
we're all obsessed with ourselves, mate, these days.
I was going to say, even the stuff we've written, it's like Country Heart, ain't sent it yet. That's our life, which is great. But we should write one of those, run like that.
What would the names be? You think? What would the characters be?
Oh, like Darlene.
Darlene, Rodney.
Darlene, Rodney, and
Darlene, Rodney, driving down the creek. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Terrible.
No, it's good. That was.
Hello to all the Darlenes and Rodneys out there. Love you.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
We'll do a couple more. What do you want to do? Want to do more?
Yeah, mate. Well, I want to do this one. I think it's hard to. We've been listening to Lee long before we played and toured with him.
Yeah.
So it's we used to play his songs at rodeos and stuff back when we were a cover band and things like that. I think it's actually it's hard to put a favourite one of his songs. There's a lot of Spirit of the Anzac I really, really love. Top of the Hill, love Teddy Sheehan, love First Bombers Fell. That whole album,
That album is amazing. Yeah.
But I really love this one off Electric Rodeo. So I'm going to do that.
Okay. Smash it. I'll go.
All right. I'll try my best.
Is it my show?
It's a plume of dust down an old dirt road. It's hanging off the rails at the rodeo. A back veranda with creaking boards and the dark rage of a thunderstorm. Stockman's bar and an old bush pub. It's chasing Mickeys through the scrub. It's planting seed and praying for rain. Red dust running through your veins. It's the way it is. It's the way it goes. When my wheels hit the gravel road and it feels like home. It's the way of life. It's the life I live. And I'm right where I wanna be, and that's the way it is. Corrugated iron shed, work boots on the back doorstep, scones in the oven and preserves in jars. It's token prices at the sale yards, long straight roads and one-horse towns. Sheepdog bringing the mob around. She'll be right and having a go. It's good on you, mate. And why do you know? It's the way it is. It's the way it goes. When my wheels hit the gravel road and it feels like home. It's the way of life. It's the life I live. And I'm right where I wanna be, and that's the way it is. Here is still the grey dawn, fields of wheat and rows of corn, rusted tank with flaking paint, the weary digger on Anzac Day, Dreamtime land and Uluru, it's Aborigine didgeridoo, it's battered hats and callous hands, the spirit of a hard-won land. It's the way it is. It's the way it goes. When my wheels hit the gravel road and it feels like home. It's the way of life. Oh, it's the life I live. And I'm right where I wanna be. A patch of ground and you and me. That's the way it is. Oh, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Ah, what a good song. What a great song.
I started clapping.
He's got some good songs.
I started clapping. Mate, incredible. And like, as you were playing that, I was just thinking, you know, for me, that album, the Electric Rodeo album, Electric Rodeo, man, what a great song that is, you know? Like
That song
the
just
new
gives me
Bush
such
album,
an Australian pride feeling. Just so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was going to do, Wolfe Brothers song, but I don't know. I feel like I should do another Kernaghan one.
I feel like that's the vibe of the night, you know.
Yeah.
You want to take us out with something?
I can take us out with something.
Before you do that, guys, I hope you've been tuning into CMT this week. They are exclusively playing this one.
And them Talladega nights, but just one look you had me falling at the speed of light. Girl, when you turn it up, you know how to turn me on. Baby, I can't get enough. You got me too far gone. There ain't no slowing down. You know it's way too late. Can't turn my heart around. This thing ain't got no brakes. This thing ain't got no brakes.
Very cool. It will be available on all our usual platforms soon. At the moment, it's exclusively on CMT, so make sure you tune in. Channel 805 on Foxtel, I believe, Tommy?
805 Foxtel, tune in. And it's great to see, obviously, CMC is no longer, but it's great to see the new format, CMT, getting behind Australian artists, and we really appreciate them getting behind us. And not just there's a lot of Australian artists supporting. So
the No Breaks sitting at number 5 this week.
Yeah, we're on the way down.
Going strong.
We've had a good run at number 1, so it's great, mate. Really great. And we're just so everyone knows where we're at. We're looking at what's going to be our next single now. So.
And it's really hard, and that's really a great problem to have. It's a great problem to have. I mean, that sounds a bit wanky, but we just think we've got a lot of great songs in the tank, and we're finding it hard to choose the right one.
Well, we've been very lucky. One thing about this lockdown is we've been able to write and do so much more stuff than what we maybe normally do. So that's kind of one of the reasons why. So yeah, no, mate, it's great. Who do we have as a guest next week? Well, Pauline.
Thanks, Pauline. Thank you.
Thanks, Pauline, for the.
Thank you.
Beautiful prompt. Travis Collins, ladies and gentlemen, is releasing his new album, Wreck Me, next Friday night. And we've ranked Trav and we said, Trav, look, we want to support Australian music. We want to support you. Can you call in next Friday night? So next Friday night, Trav is going to pop in. He's going to play a song or two off the new album. And it's going to be great. Trav also streams his own live stream, 8 o'clock on Friday nights, pretty much when we're done. We've been going a little longer lately, but that's okay. So, Travis Collins' new album's coming out. He's going to be our guest next week and be our first return guest. First time.
Milestone.
Yeah, milestone. But new album, you got to support him. So that's what it's all about.
No, Trav's amazing artist, so it's going to be great. So
pre-orders,
yeah,
it's good.
Mate. What are you going to take us out with tonight?
Well, I was thinking, there ain't nothing like a country crowd.
Love it.
They're coming down from the hills and from out of the black rocks. There's a whole lot of headlights making their way down the track. Do it! Heading to the showground, cranking it up for a big one. Well, we wouldn't be surprised if it took the whole thing too far. Well, there ain't nothing like a country crowd, a little bit crazy and a little bit loud. We got our own way of turning things upside down. Yeah, I get together with these friends of mine. They're not afraid to step across that line. Hard-hitting, hell-raising, bona fide country crowd. Yeah, those boys from Tara cutting loose with the ladies. And old Storm and Norman's having trouble holding up the bar. Yeah, those Tasmanian girls getting up on the table. Well, I wouldn't be surprised they took the whole thing too far. Hell, there ain't nothing like a country crowd, a little bit crazy. crazy and a little bit loud. We got our own way of turning things upside down. Yeah, I like to get together with these friends of mine. We're not afraid to step across that line. Hard-headed, hell-raising, bona fide country crowd. Hey, up! Do the shoey, Nick, do it. There ain't nothing like a country crowd. Ain't nothing like a country crowd. Yeah, 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 yeah. There ain't nothing like a country crowd. Little bit crazy and a little bit loud. We got our own way of turning things upside down. Yeah, now I like to get together with these friends of mine. We're not afraid to step across that line. Hard-headed, hair-raising, mortified country crowd. Yeah, we're just the hard-headed, hair-raising, mortified country crowd.
So good, mate. That was a ripper. That was a lot of fun tonight.
It was a great night. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. As always, appreciate the support. Please stay safe. I know things are crazy right now. Just stay safe. Look after each other. Make sure you spread kindness. You know, you turn on the news, there's a lot of negativity. Just spread the love, spread the kindness, and stay safe. Next week, we're back. Travis Collins is going to join us to celebrate his new album. And big thanks to LK again, and big thanks to all of you for tuning in. Good night. That was a fun Friday night, Nick.
Absolutely. Have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, everybody.
Bye-bye.